Welcome to the channel, Coin Lovers. Today we're looking at the top 2 rare United States of America $quarter coins that collectors are always searching for. These quarters come in different conditions and various mint marks, and even the smallest detail can greatly change their value. From hard-to-find early mint issues to rare modern errors, these special quarter dollars continue to surprise collectors everywhere. Oh, get ready to check your own collection. You might be holding something truly valuable. Let's get started. First up, the United States of America quarter dollar from the year 1997 with the P mint mark. This circulated condition Washington quarter may look simple at first glance, but once you understand its history and details, it becomes much more fascinating than you might expect. The 1997 quarter comes from the long-running Washington quarter series, which began in 1932 as a tribute to the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Over the decades, this design has become one of the most recognizable in American coinage, appearing in millions of pockets, wallets, and drawers across the country. On the obverse of the coin, we see the strong and iconic portrait of George Washington, facing left with his tied hair and sharp features that symbolize leadership, integrity, and national pride. Even in circulated condition, the portrait remains powerful, representing one of America's most important founding fathers. Above Washington's portrait, the word "Liberty" is boldly displayed, emphasizing the values on which the United States was built. The motto "In God We Trust" appears to the left of Washington's neck, continuing the long-standing tradition of including national values on U.S. currency. The date, 1997, sits clearly at the bottom of the obverse, marking the final years before the state quarters program began in 1999. This makes the 1997 quarter part of the last few years of the classic Washington design before it temporarily changed for the famous state series that collectors love today. Right next to the date, you'll find the mint mark, P, which tells us this coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Philadelphia is one of the main U.S. mint branches and is known for producing billions of coins annually, including a large number of quarters like this one. On the reverse side, the coin features the majestic eagle, perched with wings spread wide and arrows clutched in its talons. This design represents American strength, security, and readiness to defend the nation. The eagle's pose makes the coin feel bold and patriotic. The words "United States of America" and "E pluribus unum" rise above the eagle, celebrating unity and national identity. Below the eagle, the denomination quarter dollar is engraved, completing the classic design that remained unchanged for many years. Your coin is in circulated condition, meaning it has been used in everyday transactions and shows natural wear. This wear may include light smoothing on Washington's hair, reduced detail on the eagle's feathers, and softness on the high points of the design. But even with wear, circulated coins still have strong collector interest. Circulated condition coins like yours can tell stories of decades of use, passing through countless hands, pockets, stores, and transactions. Each small scratch or mark represents a moment in someone's daily life, making the coin a tiny piece of American history. Because 1997 quarters were produced in very large numbers, they are not considered rare, but they remain important for collectors who enjoy studying different years, mint marks, and variations of the Washington quarter series. Every year holds its own charm and collector value. Even though circulated examples don't hold high monetary value, they still carry educational and historical significance. They are perfect for beginner collectors who want to learn without needing rare or expensive coins. This makes your 1997 P quarter a great learning piece. Collectors often look at details like rim strength, lettering clarity, and the sharpness of Washington's portrait when grading circulated coins. A well-preserved circulated coin still shows enough detail to be appreciated and easily identified. The composition of the 1997 quarter is a clad mixture of copper and nickel, giving it a durable and bright silver-colored appearance that withstands years of circulation. Even after heavy use, many examples still retain their shine in certain areas. This quarter also marks the end of an era, just before the massive collector craze began with the state quarters program. As a result, coins from the mid to late 1990s are often seen as transition pieces in American numismatics. Your quarter's P mint mark adds another layer of identification, helping collectors track where their coins were produced. Philadelphia minted quarters are very common, but they remain an important part of the overall collection of Washington quarters. Holding a 1997 P quarter connects you to a time when these coins were used daily before digital transactions became widespread. This gives the coin a nostalgic value that grows over time as fewer people rely on physical currency. Even with its circulated condition, your quarter still has lasting interest because of its design, symbolism, and place in the long history of American coinage. It shows how even common coins can carry meaning and beauty when we take time to appreciate them. Collectors of all levels often keep at least one coin from each year, and the 1997 P is an essential part of that timeline. It acts as a bridge between the traditional Washington design and the modern programs that followed. As you continue exploring and collecting U.S. coins, pieces like this one will help you build a deeper understanding of American history and the evolution of its currency. Every date tells a story, and 1997 is a chapter worth remembering. Next up, the United States of America quarter dollar from 1983 with the P mint mark. This particular coin is in blackened condition, often caused by age, oxidation, or environmental exposure, which gives it a unique, rugged look that many collectors find intriguing. The 1983 P quarter belongs to the long-running Washington Quarter series that began in 1932, designed to honor America's first president, George Washington. Despite being a common circulation coin, the 1983 P has a special place in numismatics due to mintage factors, condition challenges, and collector demand. On the obverse of the coin, we see the sharp profile of George Washington, sculpted with strong features and a commanding presence. Even with the black or dark-toned appearance, the portrait remains recognizable as one of the most iconic designs in U.S. coinage history. Above Washington's head is the bold word, Liberty, a reminder of the core value on which the nation was founded. To the left of his portrait sits the motto, In God We Trust, continuing a long-standing tradition on American coins and reinforcing national identity. The date, 1983, appears clearly at the bottom, marking a year that collectors find particularly interesting. This is because the U.S. Mint did not release uncirculated mint sets in both 1982 and 1983, making high-grade coins from these years harder to find compared to surrounding years. Right next to the date is the P mint mark, indicating that this coin was minted in Philadelphia. The Philadelphia Mint produced millions of quarters in 1983, but despite the high mintage, finding them in excellent condition is difficult because no collector-quality mint sets were made that year. On the reverse of the coin, we see the powerful American eagle standing proudly with its wings spread. The detailed feathers, arrows in its talons, and strong posture symbolize American strength, unity, and readiness to defend its ideals. Above the eagle, the words, United States of America, stretch across the rim, while the motto, E pluribus unum, sits just below. Together, these inscriptions reflect national pride and the unified identity of the American people. At the bottom of the reverse, you'll find the denomination, quarter dollar, completing the classic design that had been used for decades before the state quarters program began in 1999. The 1983 quarter is part of the late-era classic Washington Quarter series, a favorite for many collectors. Your coin is in black condition, which often happens when a coin is exposed to moisture, chemicals, soil, or simply decades of oxidation. This dark appearance gives it a weathered, antique feel, making it visually different from typical circulated examples. While blackened condition doesn't increase monetary value, it does give the coin character. Each mark and spot tells a story of where the coin might have been: pockets, drawers, machines, or even years spent outdoors. It becomes a piece of history with its own unique personality. Because 1983 quarters are known for being difficult to find in excellent condition, even circulated examples draw interest from collectors who want to complete date and mint mark sets. Your 1983 P quarter may not be rare, but it remains historically significant. Collectors often check details like how much of Washington's hair remains visible, whether the eagle's wings still show strong lines, and the overall sharpness of rim and lettering. Even with dark discoloration, these details help determine the coin's grade and appeal. The composition of the 1983 P quarter is a copper-nickel-clad mixture, which usually maintains its silver color, but environmental exposure can darken the surface. This makes your coin a unique example of natural aging and circulation patterns. This quarter also represents the economic and cultural era of early 1980s America, a time of major technological growth, shifting trends, and a rise in digital transactions that would forever change currency usage. Coins like this one connect us to that period's everyday life. Despite being circulated, your coin still carries educational value. It helps collectors understand how coins wear, toning patterns develop, and how environmental effects shape the metal over time. These features make circulated coins appealing for study and comparison. The black condition also serves as a reminder that not all coins stay bright and shiny forever. Some age beautifully, developing unique colors or tones that create a collectible aesthetic all their own. Your coin is an example of nature leaving its mark on history. Even for new collectors, 1983 P quarters are must-have pieces for building a complete Washington quarter timeline. They mark a year when the mint did not support collectors through mint sets, making circulation finds especially meaningful. Your coin may not hold high monetary value, but it holds strong historical interest for anyone who appreciates American coinage. It shows how even simple, everyday coins can tell stories when we take time to observe and understand them. As coin collectors continue to study modern-era quarters, the 1983 P stands out as a key date for those who want to assemble full runs, investigate toning patterns, or learn about minting history. Your coin contributes to that story.